Hey, I am back, and we are on day 8 of how to gain self confidence in 30 days. And I am not too long getting home, but I want to get this, make sure we keep going and reach our goals, right? So, of course, like I do with every video, I'm going to do a really quick cover of from my tongue. I don't know, out of nowhere. Okay. So I digress. Let me get back. So we're going to do a quick recap of what we covered this past week, these last 7 days, which we started with learning yourself. As I said in previous videos, there is, to me, 4 pillars in self-confidence and gaining self-confidence, and that is knowing yourself, loving yourself, trusting yourself, and learning yourself. And let me to just put that in order, because there is an order for that. You want to learn yourself first. You can't know something that you have not learned. So you want to learn yourself first. Then you want to love yourself. I apologize. You want to learn yourself, then you want to know yourself. And in knowing yourself, you are able to begin to love yourself. You for all of who you are, your flaws, your greats, your everything. You can begin to love yourself. And in loving yourself, you can begin to trust yourself. You can begin to build a foundation of loving and understanding and knowing and trusting that you are making right decisions, that you are pushing forward, and that you are moving towards all of what you want to be moving towards, right? So that was the first week, the first 7 days. We talked about learning yourself. So in learning yourself, you are going to find out what you like, what you don't like, what do you think about yourself, what don't you think about yourself, where did you get the idea that you can be successful, things like that. You're going to ask yourself all these questions. Where How do you see yourself when you look in the mirror? What is your self image of yourself? Hey, Vanessa. You want to see what is your self image of yourself. Do you have a good self image? Do you have an okay or a bad? You want to check all those things out. You want to think about how you really feel about yourself without someone's interference, which is technically hard, which in the past, in the videos before this I covered, because your blueprint is technically set for you the first 7 years. And the first 7 years of that blueprint being set for you, you have to kind of figure out who you are. And depending on the family you come from, that may have been harder for others and easier for some. So you have to start filling out what you can do, who you are, what your real strengths are, what your real weaknesses are, and what your goals are. And in taking care of that first week of learning yourself, you can begin to do that. Can begin to get the answers and the questions that you are really looking for from the inside, because no one can give them to you. They come from the inside. As I talked about in the previous video, check out the previous videos. If you have not, there are 7 previous videos, because there's a video for each day. There is so much information that goes into self-confidence, but I broke it up over 30 days so that you may be able to really understand and work on yourself and strengthen yourself, so that it's a great foundation set, that it's not a foundation that's built on sand or on something that won't last. It's built on concrete foundation of who you are, what your principles are, and you can know who you are and learn it and trust it and love it and be able to move forward and always walk in good confidence. No, son, you can't. My son is currently, no,
Yes,
is currently begging for things, of course. But go that way. So back to what I was doing. This whole thing interests my kids. Which that's another thing. In building your self-confidence, your kids are watching you. If you have kids, your kids are watching you. And if you plan on having kids, they will be watching you. So you always want to make sure you push yourself forward and push yourself in a good foundation of love and confidence. You can't expect no one to love you. You can't expect to have good relationships, good friendships, good family relationships or anything like that if you don't have a foundation of trust and understanding within yourself. You want someone to understand you, but you don't understand yourself. It doesn't work that way. As I said before, it's a tree. You are a tree. What you put into the roots of yourself, of your inner being, transforms and expresses and comes out. And the leaves and the branches are what everyone else gets. But that root, if it's rotten at the core, if it's not have a good, healthy love, self foundation, the leaves aren't going to be any good. So basically your relationships, all these things aren't going to be any good if you yourself aren't in love and in trust and in knowing yourself. So with that being said, today is day 8 and we have started the first day of the second week. In the second week, we are talking about knowing yourself. So after you went over the first week and all those things, you are going to get to start knowing yourself. You're going to constantly go over the answers you wrote down, and you're going to feed off of that. You're going to adjust that if it needs to be adjusted. And you're going to begin to start setting goals and boundaries if necessary. So some people understand that they are too giving, they are enablers or different things like that. And in order to start taking care of yourself, you're going to have to set some boundaries, not just for yourself, but for others. A lot of people, to you, when you're doing everything for people, it makes them very happy. To them, you're happy because you're helping others, you're serving them. When that is not the case, you can do that and be happy if you have first taken care of yourself. You fill your cup up so that it may pour and continue to run over. But if your cup is not full, how can you give anything? When you're in need of something, obviously, because your cup isn't full, So you want to start setting boundaries for yourself if that's the case. Setting boundaries for people in your life if necessary. It's all about your inner peace. Inner peace breeds self-confidence. Okay, so you're going to set boundaries for yourself today or this week, and you're going to set boundaries for those in your life if boundaries need to be set. Now, if everybody know their boundaries, good job. Keep pushing, keep moving forward, And, so if you don't need to set boundaries, everyone always should have a goal. There's always a goal in mind. So you want to start getting an idea of what your goal is. That is how success is bred. Is you have to have a goal. You can't know where you're going if you don't know where you're going. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't get there if you don't know where you're going. There you go. Cough. You can't get there if you don't know where you're going. So you got to have a goal. That's going to be your point A, your point B, or whatever. You're going to have, okay, I want to get to just being happy with myself. Okay, that's a goal. So now you're going to set that goal and start working towards ways of making that goal possible. Okay, so, and we'll cover more of that as the weeks go on, but start setting goals. And it's not necessarily, you're going to instantly do these goals or instantly put these boundaries into action right away. What it's saying is you're getting an idea of what needs to be done to make your life the way you need it to be, so that you may have self-confidence in everything you're doing, right? So I, at one point in time, realized that I can't help everybody. I can't be Superman or Superwoman. That's just not what's able to be done on a regular basis. Now, I can periodically do this, after I have taken care of myself good enough so that I may be strong enough to do this. But, you have to learn to set boundaries so that you may be able to reach what you're trying to reach. I had a point where I was horrible at setting boundaries, and I was not good. And not just setting boundaries for others, but setting boundaries for myself was a big thing because I lacked a lot of self-discipline, is what I found out about myself. So to be able to set boundaries was, in a sense, hard and consuming. So you find different ways to do that. But all I want you to do today is write it down. Write down your goals, write down your possible boundaries that you will want to set, and begin to let your mind think on these things and to begin to take them in and understand why you need to do it and why not and all these things. And that's basically it. So we did day 8, y'all. Day 8 is complete, and it's simple. And all these steps seem so simple, but you really want to put your heart into figuring these things out if you really want real self-confidence. It's not about premature or just partial self-confidence. You want to build a foundation, right? So you are going to take these steps and work them in your life, and you don't have to share with anybody. You don't have to, open up your whole heart and soul to anybody but yourself. So in doing that, open the door for your daddy. In doing that, you're able to make it all work. Okay, so go work on this day and keep pushing and keep moving. I'm here with you. I'm here pushing with you at the same day. I always still have my daily struggles, my daily push. It's a progress. It's a journey. Don't be scared of it, because life is a progress and life is a journey. And as long as you push forward, the universe is going to keep working for you. And as long as you put in action and put in work, you're going to get out something positive for your life. Guaranteed. I'm proof of it. I prove myself that every day that I get up and make a decision to be a success, to be the person that I want to be, and to live my life the way I'm supposed to. And that's with happiness and with no regrets. And you can do it. So go ahead and start on those days. If you haven't checked out the days before, go back and check those out. Each day I do a video. Like I said, for the next 30 days, there will be a video. Take whichever video you think will help you wherever you are at. And I, once again, thank you for allowing me to come and talk to you and come and just kind of spill myself out to you. Any way I can help. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, contact me, whatever. I'm game. So I actually pressed the button to me too. So so just to go check that out. Answer the questions if there's questions to it. If you need to ask yourself questions, I'm not going to know all the questions you need to ask yourself. And that's the point of learning and looking inside yourself and getting an understanding for yourself. So go ahead and check that out. If you feel this has helped you or will help someone else, please feel free to share and spread it so that someone may receive a great blessing. I look forward to coming back tomorrow for day 9. We are in this thing. We are 8 days right now, 8 days in. Keep pushing, 30 days. And by the end of these 30 days, if you've done the work, I guarantee you're going to have some better self-confidence coming up at the end. So be blessed. Grace, peace, and prosperity to you and yours. That's it, y'all. Have a good one.